Every officer at Maple Ridge Police Department knew one thing about Daniel Reyes. You did not challenge him. 3 complaints have been filed against him in 2 years, and somehow every complaint disappeared. Until one evening, Reyes stopped a black woman at a gas station, accused her of being suspicious, demanded her bag, and humiliated her in front of a crowd. What he didn't know was that she had been documenting his department for nearly a year. 10 minutes after he tried to destroy her dignity, he would be begging her to save his career. Before we get into it, comment 777 below and tell us where you're watching from. Now, let's go back to the moment it started. Maple Ridge looked peaceful. Clean streets, small businesses, American flags outside City Hall. Even the police cruisers carried community first. But behind that polished image was a department with a problem nobody wanted to discuss. Officer Daniel Reyes. He was the officer everyone was afraid to report. Reyes had learned how to use authority like a weapon. Once, he forced a teenage cashier to empty his pockets because he claimed the boy looked suspicious. Another time, a food truck owner questioned the search. The next morning, his truck was towed. When a young officer complained about Reyes, that officer suddenly requested a transfer. People learned the lesson. Keep your head down, don't challenge Reyes, and never make him look powerless. At 6:17 that evening, Denise Carter pulled into a gas station. 46, a hospital administrator, mother of 2, and exhausted after a 12-hour shift, she only wanted gas and a quiet drive home. Then a police cruiser pulled behind her. Reyes stepped out. "Ma'am, step away from a vehicle." Denise turned. "Why?" Reyes looked her up and down. "We got a report about someone matching your description." Denise glanced at the nearly empty station. "Then what's the description?" Reyes' expression hardened. "Don't get smart with me." Denise placed the gas nozzle back. "I'd like to know why I'm being stopped." Reyes pointed at her purse. "Open it." "No," he stared at her. "What did you say?" "I said no." Reyes snapped. "You people always think you can make things difficult." The station went silent. Denise looked at him. "Officer, I like your badge number." Reyes laughed. "You think you're in charge here?" "No, I'm just documenting what happens next." He grabbed her purse and dropped it onto the pavement. Its contents spilled out. Then he noticed a black identification wallet, picked it up, opened it, and laughed. "A badge? You expect me to believe this?" Denise said, "Put it down." Reyes dropped it into the trash beside the pump. Someone whispered, "She's recording." More phones appeared. Reyes grabbed Denise's wrist. "Turn around." "You don't want to do this," she said. "Are you threatening me?" "No, I'm warning you." He cuffed her and pushed her against the hood of his cruiser. "Stop resisting." "I haven't resisted." Cameras kept rolling. Then Denise looked at his nameplate. "Officer Reyes, you have exactly 5 minutes to decide how this ends." He laughed. "You don't get to give me a deadline." Denise calmly replied, "You're right. I don't." By the time Reyes returned to the precinct, the video had spread. It showed the accusation, the purse, the badge, the handcuffs, and his comment. His captain called him in and pushed a folder across the desk. "Do you know who you arrested tonight?" Reyes frowned. "Some woman at a gas station." His captain opened the folder. "That's Denise Carter." Reyes stared at the photograph. His face changed. Denise wasn't just a hospital administrator. For 11 months, she'd been an appointed civilian investigator working with the city's Police Accountability Board. Her job was reviewing misconduct complaints, and she'd been reviewing Reyes. The 3 complaints that mysteriously disappeared weren't gone. Denise had found them, along with witness statements, body camera inconsistencies, missing reports, and a pattern of complaints buried by people protecting him. The captain said, "She wasn't the person we were investigating. You're the person she was investigating." Reyes asked, "Am I suspended?" "Not yet." "Then what?" His captain replied, "You're meeting Denise tomorrow." The next afternoon, Reyes stood outside Denise's office. No uniform, no badge, no authority. When she opened the door, he lowered his eyes. "I know I don't deserve your time. I know what I did." Then his voice cracked. "Please." Denise looked at him. "Please what?" "Please don't let them fire me." Her expression hardened. You weren't worried about losing your career when you threw my badge in the trash. I was wrong. You weren't worried when you cuffed me. I know. You weren't worried when you humiliated me. Reyes looked down. I was angry. Denise stepped closer. No, you were powerful, and you thought that meant you could do whatever you wanted. His eyes filled with tears. I have 2 kids. This job is all I've got. Denise answered, then stop asking me to save your career. He looked up. Then what do I do? She held his gaze. Earn it back. Denise didn't erase the investigation or protect Reyes from consequences. He was suspended, completed intensive retraining, and every complaint was reopened. He personally apologized to the teenage cashier, the food truck owner, and the rookie officer. Some refused to forgive him, and Denise never asked him to. 6 months later, Reyes returned to duty. He stopped shouting. He started listening. He said please and thank you. When someone questioned him, he no longer treated it like an attack. At a community meeting, Reyes approached Denise. I never thanked you. She shook her head. You don't owe me thanks. He said, I thought you were going to destroy my career. I almost did. Why didn't you? Denise replied, because justice isn't about destroying people. It's about making sure they can't keep hurting others. Reyes nodded. I understand now. Good. That night, Reyes drove past the same gas station. He saw the trash can where he'd thrown Denise's badge and stopped. For the first time in years, he wasn't thinking about power. He was thinking about responsibility. Sometimes the person who tells you no isn't your enemy. Sometimes they're the person forcing you to see who you become. Real power isn't making people afraid of you. Real power is having the strength to change when someone finally tells you the truth. If this story meant something to you, subscribe to Kahani World for more stories about justice, courage, and second chances.